What's going on, guys? My name is James, and today I'm going to make another YouTube video because I came across this ad on my computer when I was watching a YouTube video, and it was an interesting ad. That's all I'm going to say for now, but I want to talk about this ad, and I want to talk about like potential scams in ads. I'm not saying what this ad we're going to talk about is a scam, but however, it did point out a few red flags towards me, and I just thought I would talk about them because I have history. I've actually not really history. I bought in one class before about like how you can make a bunch of money, and wasn't really exactly what they said it was. And it was a good program, but it wasn't, you can't make a ton of money doing it unless if you have like connections and stuff. So I just thought I'd go through what this ad was and talk about some red flags that really stood out to me and why you should be precautious if you are thinking about buying this program or this class. So the ad was called Biz Made Easily, and I'll put a picture of it on the screen. It was about this guy named Coach Blair, and right from the start of the ad, he holds up a piece of paper of a bank statement saying $61,000 in my bank account this past month. Holds up another one saying $70,000 in the past month. And pure profit, not revenue, profits from sales. And first of all, that's just, I could type up a bank statement and say that I made this much money when I haven't. So first of all, just don't always believe that. If they say it's a bank statement, it could very easily not be. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying that's not something that's very hard to make up. So that's just your first red flag that pops out, because just because he's making that much money does not mean you are going to be making that much money. And then later in the ad, it shows about a bunch of like clients that he's had, people that bought the class saying, oh, look, I made my first paycheck, got my first paycheck, $7,000, $6,000, $8,000 my first sale and everything. And that was a little weird because he just kind of goes straight into that and all the success stories to really get your attention and get your like energy flowing. But when in reality, he's not really talking about what this is, what the business is. He says it's an automated system that literally just regenerates money, and you don't have to do the sales, you don't have to do the marketing, it's all done for you. But where in this world is there just a system that can just make you money? So he's not really giving you details about what this is. He's just hyping you up, getting your system going, getting excited. And then also he says like, in 3 days you can make this much money. In 2 days, one of my clients made this much money, when there's a whole class, a whole program you have to do. That's what you're paying for. You're paying to learn how to do all this. So how are you making money already in 3 days when there's a whole class you have to do to learn what to do? You have to talk to sales coaches and like people in the business to get started and everything. So how in 3 days are people already making $7,000 on their first sale? That was just a little sketchy right there. And then this is where it really got me. There were 4 different programs you can buy. There was like a gold one, a diamond one, and a ultra super duper one. And the most expensive one was $21,000. Like, that is just ridiculous. That is so much money. So that was just weird, because if you're paying for a class, why are there so many different levels of the class? And it goes in later to explain, well, like, you can make more money in certain sales, but it's confusing because at the beginning of the ad, he talks about it's an automated system or whatever. You're selling e-learning network, so shouldn't it all be the same, and it's just whatever the sale is, that's what you're getting? So it's just weird how like there's different levels, and it's making that top one look cheaper by making the last one really expensive, or you're supposed to be buying the last one because it's the best one or whatever. And then this is just a marketing strategy. I'm not saying this part's a scam, but he said if you sign up with them 48 hours, you get like a special deal, and they'll bump you up a whole like level. So if you buy the gold, you get the diamond or whatever. So that was just that's just a marketing tip. However, it's just trying to make you so you have to make a decision. You have a time limit to make a decision, so you don't have time to think it over and then think logically. You're like in the moment, you have to do it soon. And that's just a marketing strategy. I'm gonna say that's a like really scam part, but it's just kind of weird how they're really pushing you to get in this class, get in the business, go for it. So that's just something to watch out for. Take your time. I'm sure they will offer you the deal. You can call them. He literally said you can call them if you have like financial troubles and you don't have enough money. So relax. If you're actually thinking about buying this program, which I'm not saying you shouldn't, I'm just saying don't rush yourself into it. You're gonna have plenty of time. They're gonna want your money either way. So don't pressure yourself into 48 hours. That is just a marketing strategy to make the person make the move, which in some people it will do. They'll say 48 hours, oh my gosh, I have to do it ASAP so I can get an even better deal. So then I really was kind of confused on what they even sold when I was watching the video. So I watched the first ad, it was like a 3-minute, and then I go onto the website, I type in some email addresses, do a little survey, watch the first video, it's like 26 minutes long, And I'm still like, I don't really know what they're selling. And then by the third video, it's titled like answering all your questions here. That's when I actually understood what they're selling. They're selling e-learning like e-learning classes. So like online classes basically, and like stuff to learn. So it's just kind of weird how like they took so long to explain that. I was really confused and lost about what the hell are they selling. And then it got really shady when you have to spend money to make money, because they were saying you have to make your own website. And they're like, if you put $100 in, you're going to get a good rate of return. But if you put like a few dollars in, you're not going to get as much rate of return. And that's just gets you, when you have to pay money to make money, that is when it's really like not that good of a job, not like an industry. And I know paying money to buy like assets, or paying money to make things that are like passive income, or just something that's like a good asset, that is different. But when you're paying something that's like trying to make sales, that's a little different, because you should have a product you're just selling, and if you sell it, you get the money. If you don't, you don't. And if you're gonna have to pay for your advertising and stuff, that's just when it gets a little hard, because if you don't sell anything and you're just spending even more money, it's just kind of a bad system that you're going through, and it makes it a lot more pressure, and you have to make sales. So just to wrap up this video, I'm not saying this class is a scam. I'm not saying it's a bad class. I'm just saying here are some red flags. If you guys are, for people that are trying to maybe potentially buy this class, I'm just saying here's a warning sign. Maybe do some of your own research before, research who this guy is. And thank you for watching this video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.